SP Convo. SP Convo. Let's do it.
Young people ages 17 to 24 do not qualify for military service. More than 30% of them are disqualified because of obesity. That's according to a new study by Council for a Strong America. Staff Sergeant Akeem Brown is a recruiter in Metro Detroit and says it happens more than you think.
We have a lot of overweight. A lot of people think the military, anyone can just come in and join. They think it's the last option, so they don't really take care of their bodies.
The report says the Army fell short of its recruiting goal this year. It's the first time since 2005.
In high school, you have the more active kids, so that's at the 17, you're finished with high school, and like 21-year-olds, they're not as active as a young athlete in high school would be, and they don't see physical fitness as a big thing.
The growing epidemic has the Army concerned. They want to get the word out because they need new recruits.
It's definitely a lot, I would say, because just starting off first thing in the morning, we're doing PC in the morning. Then, depending on the mission for the day, you're doing some type of physical, some type of training, what is involved, where you need to be in shape, basically.
The study is calling on policymakers and parents to help reduce the obesity rate by encouraging healthy eating and activity. Staff Sergeant Brown says those interested in the Army can contact a recruiting office to sign up for their Future Soldier program so they can train with them once a week.
I haven't lost it since I started working out, and I started when I first joined the Army, so it's something that if you really get into it, you won't lose it.
Sometimes they film one episode, sometimes.
Yeah. USA, man. United States of America is no country for young men. No country for young men. You know, being fit is one thing, being prepared is another. The American kids are not prepared. They're not. They're into YouTube and food. Foodies, obesity, or they easily distracted. Easily distracted. Put a cell phone in their hand, they know everything that's on social media. Ask them what happened 2 minutes ago, they're clueless. They have no idea. And that shit is concerning. Very concerning. But I'm about to get into why, as a country, we at where we at. First off, it's the politics, man. It's the politics. It's the billionaires. It's the migrants. It's the modern times. Billionaires put their money into politics. I'm not gonna get deep into it, but they put their money into politics. They tell your presidents, your senators, what they want done, how they want done, and when they want it done. We, the people at the bottom, have no idea what's going on because the senators are the ones that pass the bill and pass the laws. We, the citizens, must follow the laws. So the people that have the cash is the people that control our everyday living. So how could you have a strong army if the billionaires is saying, "Hey, let's just have these teenagers be lax, play their video games, and chill out"? How could we have a strong army? The army used to be a way of success. When you're in a struggle, you join the army, you get educated, get a skill, travel the world, get that experience, come back home, get yourself a nice civil service job, police officer, FDNY, ambulance, EMT, you know, come back home, become a plumber, postal service worker. The U.S. military afforded these things. So when you're a 17, 18, 19-year-old young man or young woman, and you know which way you want to go in life, but you knew for sure you did not want to be in the streets, you joined the military. And I know that culture is strong in the South, North Carolina, South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. Hey, even Detroit. And in today's times, most of them young kids of today, they don't want to go to the army. They're comfortable. Parents have a lot to do with that. Parenting. Now, parents, I know we have to work. That's a necessity. But you have to have time to express to your young children before they get older their obligations to their country. Fellas out there, if you have 2 to 3 brothers, it's a guarantee one of you will have to serve your country in the event of a war. Men have to serve their country, they have to serve their nation. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way it goes. I was watching a couple of flicks, old army flicks from way back then, and you see the intensity in those soldiers. They was willing to risk their life, lifestyle, limbs, everything for their country. And I said, wow, what changed? Everything changed. There's more politics involved in the U.S. Army. There's people waving a flag, but not the flag to show pride and honor. It's the flag of distraction. Just imagine you have men lined up, focused, and then somebody's waving an orange flag. It's going to break your attention just a little bit. And then somebody jumping up and down like a clown with the orange flag. It's going to break your attention more. And before you know it, you focus on what you're not supposed to be focused on. That's what social media has become, a distraction. Video games, a distraction. While other countries are developing and pushing forward to make sure their narrative is to become a respectful superpower, America is taking the back seat and they riding off of their old reputation. The old reputation that showed America as a world power through money and military. But as you see, these young boys ain't ready for the military. They don't got what it take. They have what it take to fill their bellies up, but they don't got what it take to take directives and deal with physical executions of push-ups, dips, crunches, climbing logs, carrying logs, climbing walls, climbing down walls, swinging from side to side. Whatever exercise the military want, they're not ready for it. I'll be honest. I wasn't ready for it. And we didn't have social media growing up. Our distraction was a Game Boy. Before that, your house telephone, making phone calls to friends from school. If you was in school, your distraction was breaking pencils. One pencil, get your friend, teacher not looking, hurry up, get a lick of his pencil. You turn around, get a lick of your pencil. If it don't break, hey, you gotta wait till class is over and wait till recess. But it was easy for us to get back in focus. Today's society is just too much. A distraction everywhere you go, everywhere you look. You have a lot of men that family dynamics may have them afraid to commit. A lot of men come out of single mother homes, and no mother wanna send a son out there into the world to protect other people, even though that is a man's naturally domain. Sorry, that is a man's natural calling. That is a man's natural calling to protect, honor, destroy, to build, to have, to uphold. So if a man's not doing that, what is his purpose? What is he good for? But if you're raised in a household with a mom that always coddled you, made you breakfast on time, wash your clothes all the way into your mid 20s, you having your girlfriend, you dating her, you come home early, your mom's still pampering you, so you don't learn no responsibilities. You don't know how to step into your role as a man. So imagine you stepping into your role as a man joining the U.S. military. It's just not going to be. Look at the workforce. It's no different there. Phones on the job, people chatting, chatting, chatting. Mom's calling, getting people to come. Mom's calling their children on the phone, telling their child, "Hey, listen, you're not going to work tomorrow. You gotta help me do the dishes. You gotta help me do the laundry. You gotta sit at home wait for my Amazon package to come." Son, I get it. You have a job, but waiting at home for that Amazon package is more important. That's first priority over for over providing for yourself. Waiting for a package is first priority over providing for yourself or helping me out. That's what most moms be saying. especially the ignorant ones. Or I'm going to say the mothers that depend on their son to be the man of the house. We got a long way to go. Americans have a long way to go. A lot of rebuilding to do. Check this one right here. Check this out. Just to give you a case in point. Right? It's just U.S. Army men distracted easily. Easily distracted. Can't make this up. All my videos is fair use, man. Fair use. Educational purposes.
Bro, look at this little guy. He wants our gear. Hey, bring that back. He's joining the squad.
You heard that? And you seen that. Do they look like they ready to protect the country? Do they look like they come out of a strong household? Not saying that you could tell, but just watching that. But when I say that, I'm only saying, where's the seriousness? Where's the seriousness at? The old soldiers were serious. Now I'm not saying they wasn't scared. That's human nature. No, that's an emotion to be afraid. That's wired into our core being human. But you never knew about it. You never seen it on their face. They didn't show it. They have nerves of steel. Today's young youth, everything's put out there. They show their emotion. They let it be known. Captain, I'm. I don't want to. I'm. I don't. I'm. I can't. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Pull yourself together. What you mean you can't do it? You're a soldier representing the U.S. of A. And all he did was ask him to clean his gun. And he's over here. Look, look at, look at, look at what. I just. What? That's where we at. This is where we at. This is where we at as a nation. I'm speaking on this because as you get older, you like to see your next generation hold it down. You like to be proud that you come from a strong country. Everybody's well disciplined, informed, and they're not gonna let no invaders, foreign or domestic, bring the country down. I will not have Mr. Shaky Shake holding me down. That's Mr. Shaky Shake. No, that's not for me. That's not for nobody. You see, I remember Donald Trump. You could tell that he wasn't in the military, right? Because he didn't salute the soldiers. He didn't salute the personnel. So you have to, Mr. President, you have to salute the soldiers. Okay. Now you see he does that in his second go around. But just imagine if a lot of children have a Donald Trump mentality that's in the army, meaning they grew up probably not the best of life like Donald Trump had as a child with a lot of money, but they grew up content. It don't cost a lot of money to be content. You have a wash machine that dry you in your house. Your mother's making peanut butter and jelly. You don't have to go outside to the laundromat. You're content. You have a TV. You have certain apps. You can watch your TV shows on. You're content. You don't know how to change a light bulb because it automatically cuts on and off with the new light bulbs. You're content. You understand? So if these young people are growing up very lackadaisical because they've been contented to and cared for their whole life, shit, man, we may not have a country in the next 20 years. We may not have a country in the next 20 years. There's so many dynamics. You got immigrants coming to America. Not even most of the immigrants, when they come to America, they're not willing to fight for America. Can't blame them. That's not their country. And where they coming from is close to nothing. But I would definitely say this and admit to this. Admit to this. An immigrant would put himself on the line for freedom before a regular born American would. And that's the sad thing. An immigrant would join the U.S. Armed Forces at a chance to make sure his family or her family is taken care of for the rest of their life. They'll sacrifice their life more faster than an American. It's just that determination, that ambition, wanting to have this world, this country, people. If we don't hold it together, we ain't gonna have nothing left. Nothing left. It's just too much. Everybody's at ease. Nobody's on guard. Technology has a fault in it as well. You no longer have to have soldiers put their boots on the ground and do hand-to-hand combat. Now they play video games, dropping bombs like the clouds, satellites, iPhones, apps. So at a certain point, you can't really blame these young kids for being afraid to join the army or not want to sacrifice themselves for other people. Because people are nasty. People don't appreciate somebody passing away for them to be able to live another day. Some people are just straight out, oh, whatever. I didn't tell him to do it. I didn't tell her to do it. It's not my problem. I could care less. I could care less. And that's why you got kids. Cause ain't nobody showing nobody nothing. Everybody's into their own, worrying about themselves. Let's get this country back in order, man. Let's get this shit shaped right. Rule and order, law and order, structure and standards. That's all I gotta say. SP Convo, SP Convo.